So,
Okay, everybody, welcome to another episode of the Wild and Free podcast. It's been a busy week for Wild and Free. How's things been going, Deidre?
it's been crazy busy. We had a lot of phone calls all over South Africa. And luckily, we're part of a core group, a coalition of rehab centers in South Africa. So uh, we always in contact with all of them. So I can pinpoint those people in the right direction to those rehab facility close to them. So yeah, we're extremely busy, especially with the heat wave, as we said.
Yeah, and now we've had some nice rain, so hopefully the veld will turn green and
Yeah,
there'll be some more grass for the animals. And they've
yeah,
been really battling. It's been hard.
yeah. We still need about 2 weeks of this rain
Mm,
constantly. Yeah.
yeah. How many moles did we have?
I know at our home we had about 16 millimeters through the night, and by the look
Okay.
of things, it's coming again. Hopefully.
Yeah, it'll be excellent if we get some more. Really, really, we need it.
Mm,
But
yeah.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about the new intakes that we had at Wild and Free this past couple of weeks. Can you remember? Because I've got a list here. Just confirm with
Yeah.
me
We
if
had
I'm
a
right.
lot of we had a lot of garden birds that came in, a lot of garden birds and stuff like that. Yeah, but yeah, some of them we couldn't pull through. That's just how it
Mm.
is. One
Well,
thing people must remember is if they find a baby, baby bird, there's a reason sometimes that it's kicked out of the nest. But my
mm,
advice to the people is: can you see the nest? Can you reach the nest? Just pop it back into the nest. A lot of
mm.
those calls, and then it just some of them unfortunately gets kicked out again because there might be a birth defect. Mom knows best.
We've had a major influx of animals. What's the reason why?
The heat wave, definitely the heat wave, definitely the heat wave, and yeah, the heat wave and the drought that we had. Remember,
Mm,
we still in a we should have had many more rain, and we don't have it. That didn't come. And
mm,
today's the only day that we had proper rain last night through the night. So we're
mm.
still in the drought season, or not drought season, we're still in drought. So the animals are suffering. They are, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so five pigtail bush babies so far, right?
Yes, yes.
Where
Five
are they from?
pigtail. Three of them came from Nelspruit. Either the mom was attacked by dogs. The other one came from the other two came from a vet in Nelspruit. I'm not sure what the history is. Usually the vets just take them in without taking history, but they came in very bad, emaciated, extremely dehydrated, and then two from Komatipoort. The one as well mom got killed by dogs. The second one, we call him Floppy. That's the one with the floppy
Mm,
ears. A lady called me Sunday afternoon, 3 weeks ago, I think, and said no, her gardener picked up this strange animal, and when we went out to go and have a look, it was in actual fact a thick-tailed bush baby, and it was full of maggot eggs. It looked like an
mm.
extra uh, skin. So it took a
Layer of
little while
fur.
to
Yeah.
clean. Unfortunately, I had to put him spray when I got to the rehab. Then I just put him through more stress because you need to get rid of that eggs immediately. Yeah,
Mm.
and I even took a little brush. Um, it's, uh,
Comb,
no, a little brush. You know that you do your
eyebrows with.
eyebrow brush that was generously donated to us, and that cleaned it out. But it took her about half an hour. But she's doing fine. They all five doing fine. Then we got another call of a sixth one 2 nights ago. But yeah, by the time it reached my volunteer reached it, it died. The injuries was too severe.
Please don't tell me it's the eyebrow brush that's in the coffee holder in the car.
No, 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 no. We've got That's the eyebrow. No, that eyebrow brush was donated to, but I haven't used it yet. But no, I got little packets of eyebrow. But if I can quickly go and fetch it, you can see what and
No,
guys,
no,
we need it. We
no,
need those
understood.
things. It cleans very, very well.
So the one in the car is not the maggot brush.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. If it was
okay.
in the car, it would have been disinfected anyway. Why? What did you use it for?
No, I just saw it and now I'm stressing. But anyway,
No,
okay.
I got it from a lady at the pharmacy who's, cleaning it, and it's
Okay.
her.
Well, then
Yeah,
just tell our daughter eyebrow brushes in the car. Okay, then you got some grey Dacre in.
yeah. Two baby grey Dacre in, two females, extremely emaciated once again. So far they're doing great, but you only see birth defects in mammals once they
Mm,
start growing up. Either the heart isn't well developed, the lungs or stomach. As soon as they start growing up, then they suddenly went down very fast. And if you do necropsy, then you see there was a birth
mm.
defect. But yeah, no, so far so good. Yeah,
Takes time. Three Swift,
yeah.
they were released.
Yeah, they came in. Shame. Yeah, that was with our second heat wave. They came in, and we hydrated them. And then the one thing about the Swiss, you could feel them vibrate. And I
Mm.
said to you, they're vibrating. Let's try and
Nervous
release them.
energy. Mm.
Yeah, so we released them 2 hours after they came in, which is perfect.
Mm.
They need to go back as soon as possible.
The Jackal, what's his story?
Well, yeah, the jackal, shame, poor little thing. The state vet from
Pushback Ridge.
Bushbuck Ridge, he phoned me and says this guy came in with this black-backed jackal. First, we thought it was a side-striped jackal because it was so mangy.
Doc.
But yeah, that lost his hair, full of sores and stuff like that. Came in and tried to sell it to the state vet. And luckily, he had my telephone number, and I said to him, I go phone MTPA, Erkis and Chris, because usually it goes through MTPA to me. And yeah, he's doing very well. He's still very scared. Um, at his age, he should have his permanent teeth. He still has his milk teeth because of malnutrition. So we feed him little bits of meat, and he's now going in the second week with his mange treatment. Hopefully that clears it up. If not, we have to give him another treatment. But it looks good. He started to pick up weight and stuff like that. And yeah, apparently the vet says they came in with a leash, with a jackal on the leash. And it was quite tame, but it's not tame. It's definitely not
Mm-mm.
tame. I think
Shame.
one thing, misconception, what people think is that if an animal is tame, then it's usually a pet. But animals, when they are in serious trouble or they are hurt, they sometimes look tame because they can't defend themselves. So yeah, he was not
And I
tame.
think state vet will be able to identify a jackal.
Yes, yeah, no, he immediately identified the jackal. Good on him, eh? Because yeah, he just says you need permits. Sorry, you can't have it back. So
Mm.
good on him.
Two little beautiful porcupines. Need to get
Yeah.
the names.
No, you can't forget their names. It's Erkies and Chris.
Oh no, man! I said we need to get them names. Okay,
No,
Arkies and Chris.
Erkies and Chris, when they came in, because Chris Hopkirk from MTPA phoned me and says, I've got some needles here. Do you need them? I said, yo, what size? He says, no, it's still small. So it's two little needle mammals. And him and Erkies organized so to come to me. And that's why I said, no, their names is Erkies and Chris, because
Mm,
that was the first porcupines for the season. So I love
mm.
giving them names. They are doing extremely well, eating a lot. They're on good diets, and they're doing very
Well,
well, very well. Erkies and Chris doing very, very well.
um, animal that I love but hate to feed because when I was volunteering at Free Me, we used to cut up baby chicks for them. A hadida came in.
Yeah. A small baby Hodidar. I didn't know we had Hodidar nests in Marlow Park, to tell
No,
you the truth, because we
no.
don't see them often here. and
Mm.
got a call from a very caring homeowner, and he says, "I've got a baby hardy dog here on my stoop." I said, "Are you sure it's not a baby vulture?" Because remember, you can remember that um, uh, 3 years ago there came in a baby hardy dog, and it was actual fact the African goshawk. Yeah,
Mm.
that
Mm.
was a peregrine falcon. Yeah, but yeah, so I said, no, he says, no, I know, because the mom is walking around here. The Banner mongooses tried to attack him too, so he unfortunately intervened. Yeah, so we've got the little one here with us. He's still on tube feeding because he's extremely small. He's just a little one.
Mm.
And as soon as he's old enough to pick up, then we'll give him the proper food that because they need a high protein diet.
Diet.
So yeah,
Yeah. Remember
yeah,
when we visited Pierre in Hackpoort? He had a string running out of his window of his bedroom. And it went all the way up into a tree. And in the tree, he tied up lots and lots of cans and bottles and stuff. And when I asked him
yeah.
what this is for, he said it's to chase away the hardy-does in the morning because they wake him up too early. So he like whips the
Yeah.
string and it makes a noise in the tree, and there goes all
Well,
the
it
hardy-does.
worked. It
Mm,
worked.
yeah, it worked. Okay, then a nice one. Wahlberg's eagle or
Yeah.
a brain orange?
Yeah. The Wahlbergs came in from a farm, and I think it was Nyoni farm. I don't have my
No,
register in
no,
front of me.
no. It was Tuki. It was a bit more north on the Mananga Road.
Mananga Road, yeah. I've got everything down on my register. And he came in, he's still grey, little grey thing, but
Mm,
there's a specific way to look after them because I spoke to a falconer. And he said to me, you know what? He mustn't see your face when you put down the food. He mustn't see your hand because us as falconers, because he will go to this falconer, to Romario, to teach him how to hunt. Your raptors, you need to teach how to hunt. Unfortunately, all the other animals, it's instinct. He says because we get the bad of rehabs not looking after them well because as soon as they go out to hunt and they come back and they didn't hunt anything, they actual fact attack the poor falconers. So yeah, unfortunately, this one is so emaciated, very thin, and with orders with Dr. Piet, I have to feed him every 3 hours, so until he picks up weight, because he's so weak, he can't stand up. His pectoral muscles isn't it's very it's bone, skin and bone. So far he's picked up 10 grams, but he's doing very well. Until Doc Piet's happy, then, but I still put food down, you know, with a thing that I can
mm,
just see through with gloves, put food down. But unfortunately, I still have to feed him until he's ready, you know. Yeah. But he's doing very
mm.
well, very, very well. The little noises he makes is so cute. But yeah,
Yeah,
and at the end,
beautiful
when
bird.
he's ready, he will go to the falconer to teach how to hunt, and then the falconer usually does the release too.
Mm. Okay, and then a couple of reintroductions. We had a banded mongoose.
Yeah, baby banner mongoose, and we managed to get him back with the family.
Mm,
One thing about wild and free, we always, if an animal comes in, first thing we ask, did you see the mom around? If not, then we take it in and we hydrate and try to get it back to mom. Ask the people, as soon as you see the mom, please find us. We'll bring the baby back because mom knows best. We managed to get that Panama goose baby back. His eyes
mm,
just open. He was very small, and then two Janets back to to their moms. They just fell from the roof, and then the next day, you know, we hydrated them, make sure there's no fractures or internal injuries because it was high roofs. And then the mom came and fetched them, which is great. We always try that, and bush babies, you know,
mm,
that's always the best. The best with mom.
mm.
It's no
Well,
need. Sometimes you don't need to intervene. You know, you just need to give back to mommy.
Mommy's best. Remember when we put the little baby banded mongoose underneath a pot in the garden, and the troop came through, flipped the pot and weed on him, and grabbed him and ran away with him.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing about Bantam gooses, if they're small enough, you can go to any group and if it's still a baby, you can introduce them to any other group. What we've realized with our bush babies as well. If you've got a baby bush baby, you know this mom's got only one because usually they've got two twins, and then you just sit close to where they've got their nest and just let the baby start squalling, and you'll see the mom come down and fetch it. We had one bush baby that looked after three in 1 year. So
Mm,
we rather, we can. The main thing is we can try and reproduce their milk, but there's no way we can do that. So we only feed what we think they need. And what's nice is with that bush baby nest, we could, on a weekly basis, or daily basis, when mom goes out at night, weigh those babies to make
mm,
sure she's feeding all three of them. So we've got now, I think it's a month of data of how much weight they need to pick up per day. And
no,
then
that
we
helps.
can adjust it to, yeah, we can adjust it to ours, maybe more fat content or something like that. But so far, that data works, helped a
Mm.
lot of our bush babies, yeah.
Yeah, plus identifying the age. If you have the weight, you can kind of work out the age.
Yeah, you can, but sometimes they come in and they're extremely small. You can't
Mm.
judge that. You don't know how long it has been without mom and stuff like that. Because sometimes they come in really, really bad state.
Mm.
As soon as
And
they get
mm, then fruit bat that got stuck on the Kruger's fence.
your
It
Kruger
was quite a
Marler fence.
story,
Yeah,
disentangling him from the fence.
yeah. Luckily, I had Julio, my trusted guy, with me, and he's much taller than me. If you guys see me in real life, I'm a short person, and he was quite up high. So we had to entangle him. It's only the one wing that got stuck. And with the movement around, he starts, he just,
Twisting.
um, yeah. And we had to unhook him not to tear the wing further or break something. Luckily, nothing was broken. He had a big hole in his wing, but that heals. That usually heals within I think, a month. Then you can see it start closing. We stabilized him, and it was still a sub adult. Stabilized him, and he went to Jane Bird from
Mm. The Bat
Rewild,
Queen.
the
Yeah.
Bat Queen of South Africa. Yeah, Rewild Jane Bird. It went to Jane Bird.
Uh,
See, the
I
one
remember
thing
when
is,
we visited Jane Bird and she actually offered us mealworms to taste for her bats. She fed the mealworms the special ingredients and then she said, taste here. I actually did taste the mealworm.
I think she tried to say, she doesn't taste it. It was just a joke, and you went for it. Oh, I love a sense of humor. But no, one thing about, if we get an animal in that's specialized, I mean, uh, Jane is the best one for bats. Even though I know not lots about bats, I can help them. But for their survival, it needs to go to those specialists. I do
No,
believe
she's
in it.
brilliant.
It's not about what you have, it's what's best for the animal in the first place. So I would
Yeah.
rather send them to specialists.
Mm.
Yeah.
So it's been a busy couple of weeks. I'm
Mm.
still getting tons and tons of phone calls. Luckily, we are able to get most of these animals back to nature and where they belong, especially the babies.
Yeah.
People people tend to interfere. We had a green pigeon that was attacked by a falcon, and unfortunately, something
Mm.
interfered. It's not ideal. I mean, that's nature. The falcon needs to eat. Um, and babies being picked up, baby bushbuck baby, this baby that being picked up
Great.
because it's holiday season. So many more eyes, so many more
Mm.
people in the felt, and they pick up the babies. Those babies should just be left alone. Mommy is
Yeah.
around.
Yeah. The main thing is our antelope usually hides the babies because they wait too weak to follow mom to forage around. So mom hides them. And with the drought we have, they see the baby, they don't see any mom around because the moms has to forage further as they want to just to get food.
Mm.
So that's why it looks like the baby is abandoned, but it's not abandoned.
Mm,
If the baby is lying in the full sun, I would say okay, just stop and just observe. But it will always be under a tree, amongst um, uh, dry leaves, because sometimes mom takes too long and then they start eating on the dry leaves. So yeah,
mm.
but I call it baby napping. Lots of people do baby nap. They think they do good, but those are 90% of those animals doesn't need help.
Yeah, and then once again we get the animals, and we just need to make this point, and then they
Mm.
half drowned.
Yeah,
They drowned because people want to give them water. Don't give these animals water,
so
please.
please don't. Yeah, rather phone us, phone any rehab center that's close to you. If you're not in Mpumalanga, you're always welcome to phone me. I'll find a rehab center close to you. I'll find, if that's the last thing I do. Um, because there's just certain ways when you have to hydrate, when you don't need to hydrate. You always need to hydrate, but
But there's a
you know,
specific way.
a specific way, and the body temperature. There's lots of factors that plays in it before you can do anything. I mean, like if there's a most of people, if there's a head injury, that's why if people phone me before they introduce heat to the animal, they phone me and said, please send me a video if I can see the head is bopping or the head does that. No heat, because with head injuries, head trauma, if you soon you put heat to that animal's as good as dead. So yeah,
Mm.
there's many factors that plays in it, So we need to.
Okay.
I'm worried. I'm worried. Most of the animals that came to us, you could see. I mean, I got a baby mouse bird in. I couldn't pull him through, but he was fed one or other weird. I
Porridge.
think it was porridge. I can't say the name. Porridge,
Mm.
and he was literally crusted from here on his body that I had to put him underwater just to clear it up. He was crusty. He had a second skin, and that's not the way to do it, guys. You can't do that. You
Mm.
rather leave the animal, let him die a natural death before you go and pick it up and try something.
Mm.
I'm very adamant with that, because drowning an animal is worse than him lying there, and hopefully mom will still feed him. So don't do that.
Mm.
And if you get
Okay.
a baby bird, just look up. There's lots of there might be a nest there. If you can't climb up to the nest, just then give us a call. Give the professionals those babies so they can look after them and reintroduce them to the wild.
Okay. Busy week. Busy couple of weeks, and I think you're ready for gearing for the rest of the season, baby season. It's festive season, so obviously we're gonna say be safe and enjoy the festive
Yes.
season, and Merry Christmas from Wild and Free. And
And
then once again,
thank you for all your
hmm,
support. Thank you for all your support. You guys,
thank
we
you so
couldn't have
much.
done it without you. And thank you. That's all that I can say. And God bless all of you.
God bless you. And until next time, it'll probably be next week's after Christmas Day. We'll make another one, and we'll speak pretty soon.
Yeah, remember that our baby season, I just want to add, our baby season in Mpumalanga, this side, only ends in April. So I've got
Mm.
still a few sleepless nights coming to me,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
I'm ready.
If anybody wants to volunteer, please phone us. You're welcome.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you,
Cheers, guys.
guys.
Talk soon.
Bye.